Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Just across the Hudson in the Bronx, Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running left is Tracy. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Giants in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Dart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Dart. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Open man left side, it's a tight end, man Hurts.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing, dart. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the show put out by these two defenses in this 1st half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them giving an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit? Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Throwing his dart. Open man downfield is Johnson. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way down to the 5. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his guys a first down.
That's good.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they come up now second and goal. To throw now, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Chris Manhertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. This Philly offense set to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They need 2. Here's third down. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to it before he can get started.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That is caught. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes a reverse. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. 1 man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him in a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. He's putting on a show in the 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Dart. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB. And he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Dart. quick completion here to Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 23, this is second and 3. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up third down and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on third and 2. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, Dart. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 10. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball under 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run it again with Darkman. And they'll stretch out only about a yard after the 32.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They're going to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll score on a 36-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
1st down carry for Barkley. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And the tackle there by Micah McFadden. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Near the sideline, Smith making the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Running trying again with Barkley on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Robinson pulls up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced a fumble. It was Chris Ford in on the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5. Here's Barkley. He's got Granson, his tight end. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now Dart. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Dart. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
A gain of 24 yards.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Dart. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
The score is 42. Giants 24. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing, dart. Well, that'll be incomplete. But it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're working across midfield inside the 45. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Dart. That's complete to Slayton. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Dart. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
That's good.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They control this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Dart once more. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he gets it a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and 4. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will take it all in. Front Giant touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Gano for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Giants' 44-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it inside the 10. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
second down and inches. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Dart. That ball caught by Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Robinson's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll change things up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 6. That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now it's Tracy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart.
Up the 3-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. In this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
The 2-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Eagles, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.